ちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Hello, how are you? Today I'm going to continue with these 20 principles of Karate Do written by Gichin Funakoshi Gichin Sensei. Well, this is the fourth and the last part. So I'm going to tell you about from the phrase from 16 till 20. If you didn't see yet from the first till the 15th, there are 3 videos. So each video has got 5 phrases. You can watch them first. Well, the 16, 男子、門をいずれば100万の敵あり。男子、門をいずれば100万の敵あり。Well, this means 男子, this is a man. Man, when he leaves from his door, there are 1,000,000 of enemies like that. Well, in that time, 男子, because he was talking about 男子, about a man or boys. He was not telling about a women, because in that time, there was still samurais was all men, and he was talking about men. Well, because of the times. Mon, this is the door. And izureba, this form is very, very old style. Nowadays, we say dereba from the verb demasu. Demasu, the same kanji, demasu, to go out. 男子、門を出れば、男は門を出れば like that in nowadays style. Well, 男子、門をいずれば when he goes out of his door, 100万 well, 100万 a million. Do you know 1万 it means 10,000. 1万 in Japanese, the counting is quite difficult from 10,000. Because 1,000, it's not so difficult, but 1万, that is 10,000. 1万. So 10万, this is 100,000. And 100万, this is a million. But when we say 100万, a million, it means many, many, many. So 100万, it is when we want to say 100万, when we want to say many, a lot of things, that is 100万。100万の敵、enemies, opponents, 100万の敵あり。So, this is to teach us to be very alert. The alert and cautious. We have to be very cautiousness. We have to be very cautious and alert to avoid some kind of attack or some kind of troubles. So we must be very, very preventive. Now, the 17th. 構えは初心者に、あとは自然体。構えは初心者に、あとは自然体。Well, 構え。Everybody knows the 構え。構え is the preparation. So the 構え, this 構え is for 初心者。初心者 is the beginners. 構え is for beginners. 初心者, this kanji, it is written like this. This 者, this means person. 初, this is the first time. Or, for example, when I meet, to say, how do you do? That is, はじめまして。はじめまして。How do you do? じゃあ、はじめまして。And the verb, はじめます to begin. はじめます to begin. And this 漢字、はじめ、this is something very, very new for the first time. This is はじめます。心、this is 心 or our heart, our soul. So the person with the heart for the first time, or the mm, our soul for the first time, like that. Well, 初心者 it means beginners. Okay? 初心者 beginners. So 構え is for beginners. あとは and after あとは after that 自然体 and after that yeah normal stance. So it means when we begin something we must do very very correctly. Just I must do this very low stance and like this and like that, and so very very correctly. But after, when you are not so beginner, when you are advanced persons, then you can do more 自然体 more natural form, because when you are more advanced, maybe you know yourself very well, you know your body, so that you can adequate it, the karate to your own body. But for the beginners, it's not possible. For the beginners, that first we must learn just like this. Okay, so I try to do just like this, because we cannot change yet. The number 18. 型は正しく、実践は別物。型は正しく、実践は別物。Well, 型 This is 型。型は正しく。型 must be done correctly, because 正しく this is adverb, correctly. It comes from 正しい。正しい is adverb, い形容詞 adjective 正しい correct, right. But 正しく when い changed to く that means that is changed to adverb. 型は正しく so we must do the 型 correctly, but 実践は別物。実践 this 戦 comes from 戦争 war を戦います to fight. 実践 it means the real fight は実践は別物 different, totally different. So it means practicing kata very very correctly is one thing, but engaging in a real fight is another. That is 型は正しく実践は別物。So when we practice kata, we must try to do totally correctly. But when it comes to kumite or the real fight, it is different, because it's not possible to do everything so correctly. The phrase 19. 力の強弱、体の伸縮、技の緩急を忘るな。力の強弱、体の伸縮、技の緩急を忘るな。Well, the last part, 忘るな that means don't forget, 忘るな。But this is a little bit old style, that is like 忘れるな、忘れるな don't forget, 忘れないでください。This comes from the verb 忘れます、忘れる、忘れます to forget. So 忘れないでください。Please don't forget. 忘れるな。Don't forget. And the old style 忘るな。Well, what kind of things that we don't have to forget? Well, here there are three things. But this is for example, 力の強弱。力 This is our force. 力の強弱 This is 強 strong and weak. So the contrast between our strong way and the weak way, how to use our force, 力の強弱 and 体の伸縮、体の伸縮、伸 this is to like a stretch, 縮 and this is to contract. So the difference with stretch and contract. So 体の伸縮. So this is also the contraction, the contrary, the 強弱. This is contrary. 伸縮. This is also contrary word. And 技の緩急. This is also the contrary. 技 technique and the speed of the technique. For example, 急 this is very very speedy, so quick. But 緩 this is slow, slow and speedy, slow and speedy. So when you're practicing the karate, so there are lots of the opposite word, like that you have to do sometimes very speedy, and the other time slowly, and sometimes with all of your force, and the other time relaxing way, like that. Well, these three things, so we don't have to forget these three things. But later, Nakayama Masatoshi Sensei wrote in his book the six elements of kata. 6 elements of kata by Masatoshi Nakayama Masatoshi Sensei. But I made already a video about these 6 elements of kata. That is the karate video number 17. You can find it. You can watch that video. I'm gonna put the link of that video below this video. There's the explanation. So inside that, I'm gonna put the link so you can watch that video. There are 6 elements. So 3 and also 3 more. And I explained in that video about these 6 elements of kata. But here, Funakoshi Sensei is saying, don't forget these 3 things for karate. 力の強弱、体の伸縮、技の緩急を忘るな。The last phrase. 常に試練、工夫せよ。常に試練、工夫せよ。Well, 常に it means always, constantly. This is 常に。思念 think always, think all the time, think constantly. 工夫せよ. Well, せよ, this is the order, but this is a little bit the old style. It's like 工夫しなさい。工夫してください。工夫してください。工夫しなさい。工夫 it means to devise, to invent. So 常に思念 always think and devise. In the English translation, it's like that. Always think and devise ways. But here it doesn't say anymore, but it can be devise ways to live these concepts better. Or it can be also for everything, I think. For example, 常に思念工夫せよ for or in order to be a better person, or in order to do a better job, or in order to study better. So always think and devise ways to get your success, like that. So always of the importance is when you learn something, so you know you've learned. But with these these things you don't have to forget. But from that, you can create your own way, or you can invent something more, but with this base. So it's very, very beautiful way to finish these 20 phrases, I think, because it's useful for everyday life, for everything in the life, I think. And I heard Funakoshi Kitchen Sensei was, his thought was always with the nature. So he didn't do anything against the nature. So just the natural way. And also he thought that the karate was for everybody. It means for young people, old people like me, or the woman, man, strong person, very strong man, or maybe weak persons too, because for everybody. He thinks karate is the way to learn, way to get to learn spiritually better. So not only for physical, that was very important for him. And karate you can practice karate all along the life, not only when you are young, because you don't need to have so lots of physical strength. And this is he says that you can practice karate always, and this is the way to maintain your health, and also this is the way for your self-defense. So you don't have to be necessarily very, very strong. So this is karate for Funakoshi Kitchen Sensei, and I think it's very, very beautiful idea. Did you like this video? If so, please give me a like. And if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe my channel and give me comments. I love your comments. 今日もここまで見てくださってどうもありがとうございます。じゃあ、またね。バイバイ。